Hey guys, what's up? It's Flynn here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Komorex, the new sniper rifle that came with the Jovian Concord update. Now, I'm not a big fan of this weapon, one bit, really. I would say that if you're a fan of the regular firing mode, whenever you're not zoomed in with your scope, how you can just do follow-up shot after follow-up shot, you're probably better off just picking up a regular Rubico or the Rubico Prime. It does have an alt fire whenever you zoom in with the scope, which is an explosion, which does a viral proc, which is alright, but I use this and then I swap back to the other firing mode to just finish the enemy off because it is a status chance sniper rifle, so you're going to be stripping away armor, you're going to get that viral proc pretty often, pretty consistently, and that is kind of what the weapon relies on, really. It doesn't have the highest damage in the world, and I also didn't make the best build for it in the world either. You don't have to copy my build one for one, but I just knew from the minute that I picked up this weapon that it wasn't going to be a weapon that I wanted to invest a lot of forma into. Now, I do have 4 formas on it, but it's a very, very standard status chance and damage build. So we have Serration on here for damage, Split Chamber on here for multi-shot, Vigilante Armaments on here for even more multi-shot, Malignant Force for Toxin and status, High Voltage for Electric and status, giving us Corrosive, Infected Clip for more corrosive damage, Ferment Rounds for more status chance and heat damage on top of that, and then Stormbringer for more corrosive damage as well. So we're going to get 75% corrosive damage bonus versus the Heavy Gunners, and then a 25% heat damage bonus versus the Heavy Gunners as well. So that's pretty cool, and that's what we're going to be testing on. But let's go ahead and read through the stats whenever we have no mods on it whatsoever. We've got 20 accuracy, critical chance of 16%. So if you guys want to go ahead and see what the critical chance is at Point Strike Max at it. So you got 40%. Not high enough in my opinion, the mod for it. You got a 2.1 crit multi. We have a fire rate of 6, magazine size of 20. It's alarming. Reload speed of 3 seconds. Riven display free. Status chance of 35%. 41.8 slash. 36.5 puncture. And 8.7 impact. So it's got a nice high slash stat. And you are going to see the slash procs do kick in quite often and do take their toll on the enemy's health as well. But another thing that you're going to notice about this weapon is look at the ammo capacity down there in the bottom right hand corner. So you got 20 out of 40. It does have a built-in sniper rifle ammo mutation, which is cool and everything, but whenever you compare it to like literally any other sniper, like any other sniper would let you kind of hang about one general area for a pretty decent amount of time, where this one you kind of have to be moving about to pick up your ammo to keep yourself sort of topped off, because you are going to be using a lot of ammo to take down enemies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in level 165 heavy gunners. Now, you're not going to be coming up against level 165 heavy gunners, and it's probably more fair to test this weapon versus level 100 to level 110, because that's what you're going to be coming across in casual content. And I would say if you're using this weapon, you're probably using it in more casual content, because it's not a weapon that I would use for anything other than casual content, honestly. But yeah, let's just go ahead and use the regular firing mode on the right, and then we'll use a combination of the alt fire and the regular firing mode on the left, because the alt fire, it's not fast enough to kind of be worth just spamming into the enemies. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up more ammo now before we start firing at them, because we're gonna need it. All right, so check this out. So we're not going to zoom in. We're just going to fire at the heads of this guy. And what you're going to see is corrosive procs and slash procs. Okay. So I have Arcane Momentum on. And Arcane Momentum is going to help out with, what's it called? My reload speed, which is going to help out with DPS as well. So it's alright, but if you were using a Rubico Prime or a regular Rubico, you would have killed those guys a lot quicker, and you would also have a lot more ammo left over. So I've got 11 rounds left, which sucks. Let's go ahead and reload. This painful reload feels bad. And then we got our alt fire, which only consumes 1 ammo per shot. I wanted to go ahead and test that there because I wasn't sure if it consumed more than 1 ammo, because it wasn't something that I paid attention to. I just wanted to level this weapon and get it over with. So here we go with the alt fire, and then we go to the regular fire again. And then that guy's got his viral proc on, so he's a lot easier to kill. Let's go ahead and use the alt fire again. So you really want to be using a combination of both the alt fire and the regular fire to really make the most out of this weapon. And as you can see, we ended up with 17 ammo at the end of it that time. So a little bit of an improvement whenever you mix the alt fire with the regular firing mode, but for me, whenever there's other options in the game that are just far superior and far more fluid, they flow better, I don't see the point in really investing any format into this weapon if you're the type of person who just kind of wants the best of the best. You know, I'd get this weapon, level it, and then toss it to the side. Master rank fodder, right? That's my opinion. There might be somebody out there who has a crazy build for it that I have no idea about, but just looking at the base stats and then throwing on your average status chance build, then it's pretty meh. Now, you would have noticed that I was getting orange crits, and the orange crits on there was because of the Vigilante Armaments mod. It's just giving me more multi-shot, so not too sure all the delicacies and how that works, but that's a thing that happens from time to time. Let's go ahead and bump down the enemy level down to 110. I just took a screenshot by accident. It feels bad. Okay, cool. So, again, we'll use the regular fire on the enemies to the right, and then a combination of both on the enemies on the left. So, these guys are going to die a hell of a lot quicker. So, for casual content, like sorties, this is super fine, like omega fine. 4 form on it, it'll do work, but as you can see, 20 out of 16, that ammo was pretty low, so you have to make sure that you're moving around and picking up all those ammo boxes to make sure that this thing is, you know, staying topped off, I guess. So let's go ahead and use the alt fire and kill these guys with that viral proc, and they die much quicker. That guy doesn't have a viral proc, but that's okay. He wasn't within range. So the range of the alt fire isn't super big, but it's alright. You kind of have to be not pinpoint accurate, but you do have to be shooting within the enemy's general area to kind of hit them. I would recommend, like, if you're playing the likes of Hydron or something, shooting this at one of the doors when the enemy spawns, and then just using your left click to gun them down, or your unzoomed left click is what I meant to say. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, you could throw on heavy caliber if you wanted to. You could experiment with a different type of builds. There's a lot of different things you could do with it. You could even use it just as a means to proc more status effects in the enemy to finish them off with condition overload hybrid if that's what you want to do. But this weapon just isn't for me. And anyone who's a big fan of the Rubico Prime, well, I mean, Rubico Prime is just a lot better, at least in my opinion. Now, which one is my proper Rubico Prime? That's got to be the question. Let's see. What have I got on here? All right, that is the right one. So, like, you could throw together a build like this on your Rubico, and then, of course, make corrosive damage over radiation. Spawn in those heavy gunners, like so. Just go ahead and do a big old zoom. They die so much faster. Reload speed is so much better. You don't have to do distribute alt fire and then zoom out again and then spam left click to kill them. You don't have to rely on slash procs or anything like that. You just kind of tap, tap, tap. Bad guy's dead. Built-in punch through. Awesome. Cool. Very high damage. High crit. So it's a status sniper versus a crit sniper. Not really fair to compare, but whenever I shoot in the regular firing mode off the other one, the Komorex. Komorex? Is that what it's called? I forget the name of the weapon. That's how bad the design is, in my opinion. Komorex, yeah, that's right. It just looks ugly, too. You know, it looks ugly. I mean, I guess if you're into the whole corpus sentient design, but the corpus sentient design of weapons isn't something that I'm super fond of. The enemies, yeah, sure, but the weapons that they use, no, they're not. I don't think that they are epic games whatsoever, but I don't know. It's just what this here firing mode reminded me of, the Rubico Prime, so I felt like it was a little bit fair to compare it just because it felt like that. So I guess other than that, guys, that is really going to be it for this video. I'm kind of disappointed with this weapon, but you can expect a video of the secondary weapon. I forget the name of that as well. This here one, Cyan X, coming out tomorrow. Oh yeah, another quick note. The alt fire damages you. So yeah, as if the weapon can get any worse. But that's it. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button below. And if you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.